There's a specific type of pain that only good traders feel. It's not the pain of not knowing what to do, it's worse than that. It's knowing what to do, but still watching yourself do the wrong thing anyway. You see a setup, you know it's not one of your trades, but you still take it anyway. Or you promise yourself that you'll hold the trade all the way till you take profit, and yet you still close it down early. You promise yourself you won't move your stop this time, and yet you still continue to drag it back. You know better, and yet you do it anyway. And then you end up staring at an account that would have gotten you a payout if you just stuck to your rules, asking yourself, what is wrong with me? One of my traders called Khan asked me the exact same question. I remember he sent me a message a little while ago saying his analysis was absolutely perfect. He knew how to trade, and yet it was greed that was killing his ability to do exactly what he knew he had to do. Anyway, Khan is now sitting on $1.7 million in funding. Same analysis he's always had, same strategy, but we changed one thing. Now, quick context because it matters here. I spent years as a performance coach at some of the biggest prop firms in the world, consulting for some of the biggest trading education companies. Now I've gone on to build out my own prop firm, and the traders I've worked with have gone on to achieve more than $10 million in success through funding and payouts. Some of these traders have gone on to quit their 9-to-5 jobs and trade full time. So when I tell you Khan's problem was never with his strategy, I'm telling you that from multiple different perspectives. Now in this video, I'm going to show you the exact shift that I help Khan have in his trading, so you can have the same transformation in your own trading. If you're a trader that knows better and yet still participates in destructive trading patterns, in this video, I'm going to give you a solution to that. So you can finally stick to your trading plan, you can scale up with funding, and you can get the payouts you truly deserve. Now, if you find this video useful, all I ask is you give it a like, you subscribe to the channel, and you maybe share it with one of your trading friends that you know would benefit from it as well. And if you have a particular trading psychology challenge that you just can't seem to break through, what I want you to do is comment it in the comments below and I'll offer you some help. Now, there's a final truth that every profitable trader eventually learns, and that is the desire to win on the individual trade is the source of a trader's suffering and inconsistency. Let me explain. As a trader, there are two different types of winning. We can have what I call a false win, and we can have what I refer to as a true win. On the individual sample space, there are effectively two outcomes. You can win, you can lose. Even a break even in traders' minds is either a relief, a win, or a pain, which is a loss, depending on their expectations on that individual trade. So a trader could have either outcome, a win or a loss. Now, winning the individual trade, one trade in the sample space, is what I call a false win. Traders who become attached to winning the individual trade and associate dopamine and oxytocin and all these positive feel-good feelings to the outcome of the individual trade, because they perceive, if I win this trade, I'm going to get X, Y, Z. I'm going to be able to pass a funding challenge. I'm going to have this freedom. I'm going to get this payout. I'm going to be able to pay down bills or debts. They become attached to the idea of what they think that individual trade is going to give them. But this is a false sense of winning. Because the truth is, as a trader, we're trading a probability model, which means there's going to be a sample space of winning and losing. Now, if you have an edge, you're going to win more than what you lose at the end of the sample space. But you only approximate the sample space if you stick to your edge long term. Now, the issue is if we become attached to winning the individual trade in that sample space, then the inevitable loss when it comes through is going to be incredibly painful. Because if we associate positive and dopamine and oxytocin and these feel-good experiences and outcomes to winning, then guess what happens when we lose? We have a drop in dopamine. We have a drop in oxytocin in our mind. We have an increase in substance P and pain substances as a withdrawal from unmet expectation of getting all the things we want. If this is pleasure in our mind, winning the individual trade, then this is pain in our mind. This is the nightmare that we try and avoid. Attempting to avoid the unavoidable is what keeps traders stuck. This is what keeps traders suffering because we're desiring for something that we can't have on each individual trade, winning each individual trade. And it's also the source of our inconsistency as traders, because what happens is we take a win, we feel really good, we feel really puffed up. A lot of dopamine, a lot of oxytocin, we perceive all these great outcomes, we become very proud. And then when that inevitable loss comes through, it's devastating to the mind. There's a withdrawal of dopamine, and it creates this dopamine deficiency in the brain. It's extremely painful because we haven't met our expectations in that moment, It's the humbling force of that feel-good pride. And what happens because of that dopamine deficiency is now the brain feels like it's in a state of lack and this unwanted state. And the animal mind fires up and the brain does whatever it can to try and fill that deficiency, which usually means the trader jumps back into the market to revenge trade with trades that aren't part of their plan. They over risk because they think to themselves, if I take more risk on this trade, I can make back this loss and more. So what happens on these inevitable losses is the trader spirals with destructive patterns, and that's what keeps them inconsistent. If they were to take loss as part of their normal edge, they would be fine. But because of an attachment to the individual win here, the false win, then traders are devastated when they have an inevitable loss, and that's what makes them spiral, and that's what takes away from their consistent profitability as a trader. So this is why I try and teach traders that there's a difference between winning the individual trade, which I call a false win, to winning truly, which is irrespective of the outcome, loss or win, you're sticking to your process. And this is exactly what I helped Khan do. I helped him break his greediness and attachment to false winning so that he could consistently have true wins and have consistent profitability over a large sample space. I'm going to show you how you can actually rewire your brain in this video and reassociate the outcomes so that you can stop being addicted to this, meaning you embrace both inevitable wins and losses on the individual sample space, but most importantly, you stick to your trading plan, which over a large sample space is what helps you have consistent profitability. So this is the problem we're solving, is that traders, they take a few wins, they become very proud, very puffed up, and then when they're here, they minimize risk in the market. They exaggerate their own ability. They think to themselves that there are no consequences anymore and they're invincible. And what happens is they start taking low quality setups, the market humbles them, they even over risk at times, and they put themselves deep into drawdown, deep into this state of shame. But eventually the shame and the pain becomes so great is that then the trader starts to tighten up a little bit. They start to take higher quality setups, they start to respect risk in the market, only take A-grade setups, so they go back up. And then eventually they get so proud and puffed up that the same cycle repeats and they take low quality setups. And at the end of 3 to 5 years, even more, I've seen sometimes a decade of trading, 2 decades of trading, the trader has nothing to show for it because they've been on this cycle of boom, getting proud, bust, humbling themselves, boom, bust, the cycle repeats and the trader has nothing to show for it. This is why you can go through your back-tested results and you can see that if you just stick to your edge, you have an equity curve that grows over time. Because what you're not factoring in when you're backtesting is the emotional volatility of the being proud after you win and being shamed after you lose. Because what happens in real life conditions is what I just explained before. The trader gets really proud when they win. They have dopamine release. They become attached to that feeling. And then when an inevitable loss comes, they're extremely pained. They go into this dopamine deficiency and the brain feels like it needs to make it back immediately. And that spirals into over trading, revenge trading, over risking, and they put themselves deep into drawdown. And eventually they tighten up here and they start taking quality trades and they're back at break even. But they spent all this time on a cycle and they have nothing to show for it. And then they go in there and they compare their real results to the back-tested results and they think, why on earth can I not replicate my back-tested results? It's because the trader hasn't done the work, in particular, on their attachment to the individual win, which drives their pain when they lose, and they're emotionally vulnerable and run by the market because they have no control over their psychology. So let me show you the solution. There are 2 quality questions that I found that the top traders out there intuitively know the answers to, and they either find these answers through experience or through coaching with someone like myself. You want to be detaching yourself from those false wins, your attachment to winning the individual trade. And you want to be addressing the pain of the individual loss, because it's the avoidance of the individual loss and the attachment to the individual win that actually stops a trader from sticking to their process long term. So 2 quality questions I ask every single one of the traders I work with to help them break through this paradox and to help them consistently stick to their trading plan irrespective of win and loss in the individual trade are these 2 questions. How does winning an individual trade on the individual trade, how does that hurt? Or how is it a disservice and drawback to you having consistent profitability? And actually go back to moments where you had a very pleasurable winning individual trade, a win on the individual trade. And in that moment, how was it a drawback or a disservice? And how did it hurt your ability to have consistent profitability? And if you go back to those moments and you have a look in that moment, the drawback of that is pretty obvious. When you have the individual winning trades and you puff yourself up, you start to feel invincible. You minimize the importance of your trading plan, you minimize risk in the market, and you force low quality setups into the market. When you're taking an individual win, you puff yourself up and you become less teachable and open and adaptable in the market. The market's ever changing, but when we become proud and exaggerate ourselves, we stunt our own growth because we're not staying open and teachable to the market. When we take individual wins, we become entitled as traders and train ourselves into thinking that we can take from the market whenever we want. And I've seen traders make silly financial decisions, quitting secure jobs and guaranteed jobs prematurely because they've exaggerated themselves and puffed themselves up, or they've become resentful to their secure job or their guaranteed income because they think they can make it quicker and easier in the market. And these all hurt the trader's stability and environment, which is important for them being able to stick to their trading plan long term and reaping consistent profitability. I see many traders that get puffed up over winning an individual trade because their time horizons are too short. They're not realizing that if they have a look at their sample space, that an individual win is just making up for future losses to give them their average, and it's taking care of previous losses. And there's no point getting exaggerated or puffing yourself up over these individual wins because there's going to be averaging losses in the future. And if you do get really puffed up when you win, you're going to get you're going to beat yourself up when you take losses. But if you have a look at the broader perspective, you realize your wins on the individual trade make up for previous losses and their money in the bank for future losses. So there's no point to get elated on the individual win and on the upswing of your edge, because eventually that's going to revert back to its mean to give you your true edge, your true return. And then I get traders to go back to moments they've lost on the individual trade, and I ask them, how did it help you have consistent profitability? And they go back to those moments and they can see that, all right, the moment I took a painful loss, it broke me out of this fantasy state and this self-exaggerating state. I became more present with the market. I started to listen to the market more. I started to take A-quality setups. I started to respect risk in the market and control my risk. I started to only take highest quality setups that I was certain in because I was in this state of fear and anxiety, and I only took setups now that my certainty in the setup overrid the fear and the anxiety. I know many profitable traders out there who are happy to every so often take a loss because it reminds them of the risks in the market, the importance of their trading plan, and these all keep that trader accountable to taking high quality setups according to their plan, which is what helps them have consistent profitability long term. Losses also break traders out of this self-aggrandizing state, so they're more open and teachable and adaptable in the market. So losing an individual trade, you want to go in there and start seeing benefits until the benefits equal the drawbacks of losing individual trades. So you're no longer fearful of that. But you can recognize every so often a lost part of the plan is necessary feedback and accountability to staying grounded and humble and taking highest quality setups. And then you want to see how winning an individual trade hurts and is a drawback to long-term consistent profitability until the drawbacks equal the benefits, not to make this bad, not to make this good, but to make them both outcomes, neither good nor bad. So you aren't seeking after this, trying to avoid this on the individual trade. Rather, what happens is you start to become more process-based. You know either outcome, you got an advantage and disadvantage in equal degree. I'm going to stick to my process long-term, and that's ultimately what's going to help me have consistent profitability. So you can break your attachment and addiction to the feel-good experience of winning in individual trades, because you can now associate drawbacks and pains to them, and the perceived pain of losing because you've associated pleasures to them. And now you're not trying to seek this, trying to avoid that, but rather you stick to your trading plan. You can see that irrespective of the outcome of the individual trade, what actually helps me have consistent profitability long term is sticking to my edge. And this is the process and the rewiring that I help these traders do so that they can ultimately have the funding and the payouts and the lifestyle and all that type of stuff, because those things come as a consequence of good process. They don't come as a consequence of being attached to and wanting to win the individual trade. Now, traders, to help you implement this framework in real time while you actually trade, I've developed a tool and a training called the Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset 3.0. So click the link in the description or the first comment, or there's going to be a QR code that comes up on your screen now that you can scan. You can download this tool, you can implement it, and that just ensures that you actually follow through and implement these principles while you're trading, and they don't just become something you learn or watch once and forget about, but something you can actually implement into your trading to get better results. And before you click away, what I want you to do is watch the video that's going to pop up on your screen here or here. It's 6 years of trading psychology research summarized into one video for you. Thank you for watching to the end, and I'll see you all in the next video.